Good morning, everybody. This is Toucan Dragon, and before I start anything, I just want to take some time to thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I want to do something special for this milestone, but it's not quite ready yet. So keep a lookout for my next video where I will probably make an announcement. So today, we are finally going to dive back into theme teams. For this week's theme, we're going to be featuring Digimon from the movie series Digimon Adventure Try. When the series first released, I was really excited to dive back into that world. A world that has, plot and character development, unlike some other monster franchise Pokemon. Sadly though, as each movie released, it kinda lost me. But that's a discussion for another video. So for today guys, I have two teams I want to showcase to you. And just like the last theme team video, I also want to issue another challenge. Try to make your ultimate Digimon Try team. There's 3 conditions though, but the last one is optional. The first mandatory condition is that your team must consist of Digimon that appeared in Digimon Adventure Try. The second condition is that these Digimon must have a human partner to be used in your team. If you follow those 2 conditions, that makes this challenge normal mode. But if you want to make it hard mode, then the last and optional condition is that you can't have duplicates. For instance, if you have a Omegamon in the team, you cannot have an Agumon Digivolution line or a Gabumon one in the same team. This makes it slightly more challenging, especially if you're free to play like me and haven't pulled much. For instance, this is my hard mode team right here, which is okay. It wins about like 60% of the time, maybe. In this team, I have Seraphimon, which is kind of the secondary attacker that we have. He has a nice passive to nullify dot damage to all my brave allies, which I'm running a lot of. And his main skill hits all enemies and ignores block, which it's nice, but he's skill level 1, so he's not doing much damage. And he also decreases enemy counter by 20%, which kinda helps going against Dynasamon. And his sub skill, he hits 2 enemies and increases all allies defense by 20%, so he's okay. He's a secondary attacker after all. Our main attacker though is Omegamon, which we can't have a Digimon Try team without Omegamon. We all know what he does, his main thing. So he's the main attacker that I have in this team, and have all his plugins too. Our last brave that we have in this team is Hercules Kabuterimon, which he's more like a brave support that we have here. He has the same passive as Seraphimon, which kinda hurts because it's kind of a waste, but what can you do? His main skill decreases 3 enemy targets' defense by 30% and their counter by 30%, so again, it helps with the Dynasamon that we have in the battle park right now, but not much. His sub-skill decreases all enemies' targets' power and tech by 30%, so again, he's the brave support that we have. Next, we're moving down to our devoted Digimon, which we have Angiwomon here, which I have not used since I got her from the Christmas event, and I even have her in skill level 10. And testing her out in this team, she's actually pretty decent, especially when you use her main skill and it hits Dynasamon, it just ends him. Well, at least for me, most of the time. The good thing about her main skill though is that it nullifies all the buffs that my enemy has for 3 turns, but sadly it's only for 1 enemy, so that's the downside. And her passive increases her own tech by 40%, so she's a full-on devoted attacker, which is kind of weird. And her sub-skill is kind of nice. It hits all enemies and decreases all the defense by 30%. And lastly, we have Ragulmon here. Her passive helps these Digimon out a lot in this team, because they're both brave and devoted. And she's a healer and support for both brave and devoted Digimon. So she provides a stun nullification for all brave and devoted for a turn, while also giving Omegamon crit. Her main skill does provide evade for just brave allies, but she does periodically heal brave and devoted allies for 350 for a turn. And next, her sub skill, she hits 2 enemies and she gives everyone 25% health. So, yeah. This team, it looks okay, but to be honest, it kind of sucks. Again, this is my hard mode team, so it's not going to be as good because I'm trying not to run duplicates at all. And I haven't really pulled much. I missed the Devoted Rosemon, Vikemon. I missed quite a few Digimon from the original Digidestined, so this team's okay. But next, going to my last team here, my normal mode team. This one works slightly better, but again, I don't have that many Digimon from Digimon Tri, sadly. But I really want to make this video, so I'm using what I have. What makes this team normal mode is the fact that we have Omegamon and Tenacious War Greymon. I was debating between Tenacious War Greymon and Brave War Greymon, but Tenacious War Greymon does have a better setup to help the whole team. His passive decreases all enemy targets' tech by 15%, which right now is helpful since tech is coming on the rise. And his main skill hits 4 enemies while increasing all allies' tech by 20%, while it also has a 40% chance to stun those enemy targets. Going down to the sub-skill increases all allies' defense by 20%. That's basically the gist of this. I would have him at, skill level 9 or 8, but I didn't finish the SDQ sadly, so he's very weak compared to probably what you guys have. You guys probably already have him up high with both his plugins. I was only able to get one of his plugins, sadly. So, you guys probably are better off than I am for this kind of challenge. And we also have Omegamon, Hercules Kabuterimon, Seraphimon, and Regulmon doing basically the same thing. The only difference, again, is War Greymon being able to lower enemies' tech. So guys, now it's your turn. If you accept my challenge, then please let me know what teams you come up with down in the comments below. I have no doubt you guys will come up with better teams than me, because I do not have that much. Well guys, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more theme team videos, then please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, then you should subscribe and be a part of our little nerdy family here. And don't forget to click on that notification bell because I might have another theme team video planned for next week. This has been Toucan Dragon, and if I can, you can too. Bye guys.